Alright, I'm literally just going to give my initial impressions of this game so far, and I am not a big fan of it. But we're going to give this a proper good try. Now, I'm just going to say it straight away, I'm not a big fan of the art style, and I feel like the graphics could be better, but I'm just happy it's not chibi. Chibi is something, let me tell you that. The only game I can play that's chibi is Blue Archive, and we're going to talk about that in another video, but anyway, we're going to try and play this game, we're going to see how it goes. We're going to talk about the banners straight away. Now, let me just say one thing, right? The banners have weapons. And any game that does that, oh boy. You know you're going to get weapons like 99% of the time. And then when you actually get a character, it won't even be the character you want. That's my biggest problem, biggest gripe. But then again, Genshin does that, so I guess it should be expected. Alright, we have our character UI, which is, once again, most important thing in any game. We have our rarity at the top left, we have our class, and then we have our element. I'm pretty confident at the top left as well, wave controller. I think that's the element. And of course we have our gear, which is pretty standard. Got my upgraded chest plate here. This isn't really any great gear. Each character has life 2D, which I'm going to be honest, actually looks really cool. Actually, I'm a big fan of this character. You can see the skills as well, so if you want to know what they do. And then it kind of leaves you with the ignition weapon, which I want to just talk about straight away. From what I see, the ignition weapon is basically the thing you can get on any banner. But some characters have character-specific weapons that make them better, which is not really a good sign a lot of the time. I'm gonna be honest. As you can see, the main character, or the character you actually get at the start, he has this legendary weapon that is specifically for him. But you can also get like weapons that aren't for specific characters from what I understand. So if a character uses a sword, I'm presuming you can just equip it on them. You can upgrade it, and you can also transcend it. And then there's also the transcendent system, which is basically like constellations from what I understand. So if you get a copy of a character, you can upgrade them basically. So yeah, a lot of similarities to Genshin in terms of like the pull-in and the weapons. But I'm going to be honest, I'm not a big fan of that because I feel like this game could be very pay to win, or at least it could be rather frustrating when you don't get specific characters. So we'll see. But this is a story. You have an analog stick actually. You just roam around. The stages don't really change up too much. Not really sure why they have an analog stick. I feel like it would just be better if it just did stuff by itself. Like if you think about a game like Eversoul, which I've seen comparisons to it. Actually, I prefer a lot more just because it just shows a story and just skips all this stuff. But I guess you can talk to characters like this, which is always a positive. Now the way the story's shown isn't really anything crazy. It's kind of just pretty basic, as you can see. They just talk, there's not really much animation of the characters. Maybe you'll see like a speech bubble pop up, just like that. And it's pretty much just like this. There are cutscenes as well, which aren't too bad. I will say though, the cutscenes don't really smash anything out of the park. Like, I'm not blown away by them, but that's kind of the gameplay, to be honest, for the story. I'm going to be honest though, the UI for this game, the actual just menu and stuff like that, it just doesn't really look too great. But you have your missions here. These are just your daily missions that you can go through. Pretty basic stuff. You get pretty much one standard pull for completing them, which I guess is decent. It's like a pull a day. Weekly missions get 3. So if I do my wonderful maths, that's 10 pulls a week, and that's just for the standard banner. So pretty decent, I suppose. But even though we don't get bombarded with pulls, I will do a single pull here. So if you haven't actually seen the animation, it's actually kind of cool. The door basically opens, and if the door color, actually let's see here, I'm actually curious, could we get lucky? Oh no, okay, I think that's just normal. I think if it's purple, it just means epic, but that just means uncommon. So yeah, we have a basic uncommon weapon. That's really just how the pulls work, and that's basically just it. It doesn't go through each weapon as well with the pull. It doesn't just go, oh, here's your first weapon, second weapon, character, blah blah blah. It just goes, here's all your stuff, and just take it. You could say it's better for people who like to spend money. But let's talk about some of the content in the game. So we have Administrator Trial, which from what I'm seeing is the way you get gear in this game. Or at least this is like one of the ways you can get gear. Each of them is open on a different day, and each player, obviously this person has 600,000, almost 700,000 score. Look at the difference. Oh my god, yeah, okay, people are taking this to another level. But yeah, you can get more points, and the more points you get, the better rewards you get, basically. So this person must have done really well. Holy crap, they're all the way over here, pretty much. But yeah, if we just do this, I have actually played this. I think we got like 1,900 score, so, you know, maybe we can beat it. I just am kind of a bit worried just because character-specific weapons and the whole kind of like constellation system. Listen, I don't mind this game. I'm not going to say it's absolutely awful, but my initial impressions just aren't good. I just don't really think it's a great game. I think it's got an IP that's rather interesting. Tower of God, never watched the show. The show could be great. I've actually wanted to watch it in the past, but I'm just not too impressed. Now, am I going to do another video on this? Maybe I will. Honestly, maybe I'm going to really enjoy the game and be like, well, this game was fantastic. I regret talking bad about it. But with my, I guess, super high expectations, I was hoping for something just a little bit better. Just something more enjoyable and something that looks good as well. Like I said before, I feel like it could actually look a lot worse than this. I've actually looked into this and you actually do get pretty decent rewards. I'm still going to stick by the belief that like once all these beginner missions go, it won't be that impressive, but you actually do get a decent amount of stuff. I'm going to admit it. As you can see, we've got 5 pulls just for completing the step 1 guide. Complete each of these guides, you can actually get a temple. And probably the best part is, you can literally get a legendary character summon ticket. I don't know if that means you get to just pick whoever you want, but you can get one of these characters, which, that's actually really cool. I didn't even notice that. For some reason, I just wasn't looking at it, like, at all. So, listen, I'll admit my wrong there. You can also get a legendary weapon from the looks of things for completing this, which might be pretty good for the main character, that's my guess. That's probably what it is, but, listen. I think I've talked about this game for long enough. What do I generally think about it? I think it's nothing really too crazy. I think my biggest problem is I just wish it was better. I feel like it looks okay, it doesn't really mind blow me, and it's kind of the same for the animations, for the actual story as well. Nothing really too crazy, and I think that's just the best way to put it. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please do drop a like. Hopefully, if people do want to see more stuff like this, I'll review other gacha games. But anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you next one, and goodbye.